Hello everybody, my name is EK, welcome back to more RuneScape, and I am gonna drink some nice coffee out of my Ember mug. I had a bit of a meme going on back when I was doing a lot of World of Warcraft about a year ago or something, where I kept talking about this mug, kind of as if I was sponsored, but I'm not sponsored, so sponsor me, okay? Thank you. This mug, amazing, quite expensive, but amazing. I love my Ember mug. Anyway guys, hello, welcome. I don't know why I felt like saying that, but that was just something that I kept doing during the WoW series, and I had to bring it back. So, I've done a little bit between the two recordings. I have actually leveled my attack to level 20. I wanted to do defense as well, but I decided to keep that for later. And I want to go talk to John now. I was thinking very hard, and I was discussing it in the comments as well, whether I do want to grab the Mithril gear or not. And in the end, I decided I do want to do it. And the only reason for that is that Mithril isn't like super high tier anyway. Plus, it's only 2 gear slots. I'm going to be getting my longsword, and I'm going to be getting my chain vest. So even if I still at some point go to like a plate body, that's still better, I'm assuming. So it's not really removing a lot of progression, just a little bit. But at least I get a reward for doing a certain thing, which I guess is like a nice mini goal. So I'll just take the stuff that the game gives me. So this means I am going to be grabbing the reward from this guy. And he's going to give me 1 Mithril longsword, which is our first piece of Mithril gear that we can actually wear. Now, obviously, we had a Mithril pickaxe for a while, even Adamant and even Rune at this point, but we haven't yet worn any Mithril. So here we go, a big moment. Oh, also, I did something cool. There was this thing, this rare plugin, which I wasn't aware of, which I should have been aware of a lot earlier, because it really is going to help me out making thumbnails, where I can actually zoom in and out a lot more. Now the out I don't really care too much about, but the thing is I was able to like scroll down to like this, then I had to zoom in, like this was my thumbnail. Like it was kind of hard to make thumbnails, but now I can zoom in like way better, and I can make much more precise choices in my thumbnails. So I'm hoping I can step up my game there as well. Also, I really hope you guys enjoy like the faces. The first, like I just went back and edited all of them. I really enjoyed doing that. Anyway, I'm getting myself sidetracked here. Let's actually grab the Mithril longsword. Once again, it is just a reskin. The game isn't graphically advanced in the sense that your gear changes a lot. They just made models for the longsword, for the scimitar, and for the battle axe, and those kind of things, and just recolor them, which I don't mind too much. Like it's iconic, right? So that's our first piece of Mithril gear. It is a lot better. We get +6 melee strength, +2 stab, and +2 slash. One of the reasons why I didn't level defense much further yet is because I wanted to do leveling with the Mithril sword. So yeah, that's something nice to do. So today I was thinking a lot about which quests I want to do, and mostly I just kind of did it by which quest sounds interesting, which quest do I think I'll have most fun with, and I'm really looking forward to doing Vampyre Slayer. Now Vampyre Slayer says combat recommendation level 20, so there is going to be some level of combat most likely. Also, why is there a bunny on skis? What was that? Anyway, this quest says it's intermediate difficulty. I can start this quest by talking to Morgan at his home in Draynor Village. So I think we saw this when we very first got to Draynor. We saw this guy talking about a vampire, and I'm thinking maybe it has to do with the vampire that lives in that coffin in Draynor Manor. And I'm really just kind of feeling going back there, so I'm kind of hoping that is the case, or at least something to do with that place, because that was quite enjoyable. So today we're going to be doing Vampyre Slayer. Now obviously you guys always know which quest we're doing before I know what I'm doing, because the title of the video spoils it. So I'll see you guys back in Draynor. Alright, we are at Morgan. Please help us, bold adventurer. What's the problem? Our little village has been dreadfully ravaged by an evil vampire. He lives in the basement of the manor in the north. We need someone to get rid of him once and for all. Yes, let's start the quest. Okay, I am up for an adventure. I think first you should seek help. I have a friend who is a retired vampire hunter. His name is Dr. Harlow. He may be able to give you some tips. He can normally be found in the Blue Moon Inn in Varrock. He's a bit of an old soak these days. Mention his old friend Morgan. I'm sure he wouldn't want me killed by a vampire. I'll look him up then. Alright, I feel like returning to the Blue Moon Inn has become a bit of a recurring trend, because we've had to go there for like, what, 4 quests now or something? Like we had to make a sandwich or a steak sandwich. We had to go there to find some information from like a beggar who lives outside there. We have to go there now. I think there was also the pirate treasure, which was upstairs in that inn. That inn is a very common place to be going. Let's quickly read this as well. I spoke to Morgan in Draynor Village. He told me that the locals are being attacked by a terrifying vampire. I need to speak to Dr. Harlow. who can normally be found by the Blue Moon Inn in Varrock, south of the general store. Alright, see you guys there. Also, I should probably empty my inventory because I have a lot of drops that I got while grinding some human mobs just outside of Valador. So yeah, let me make sure it's a bit cleaner. I guess I'll keep the fish with me because that's always nice to have. Ah, yes, we had indeed spoken to this guy before. Hello, Dr. Harlow. Buy me a drink, please. Morgan needs your help. Morgan, you say? His village is being terrorized by a vampire. He told me to ask you about how I can stop it. Buy me a beer, then I'll teach you what you need to know. But this is your friend Morgan we're talking about. But buy us a drink anyway. Okay, sure. I will go over to the bartender. Bartender, good sir. Bartender, can I get you a glass of your finest ale, please? No problemo, that'll be 2 gold coins. Oh dear, I don't seem to have enough money. Oh yeah, I put my money in my storage. Hold on, be right back. I should really just keep some money with me, because this has happened multiple times now where I just didn't have any money on me. Let me just make sure I always keep like 500 on me or something, just to have some spare cash. Alright, there we go. The beer has been purchased. We go back to Dr. Harlow. And we say, here you go. You give a beer to Dr. Harlow. Cheers, matey. So, tell me how to kill vampires then. Yes, vampires. I was very good at killing them once. Dr. Harlow appears to sober up slightly. Well, you're going to need a stake, otherwise he will just regenerate. Yes, you must have a stake to finish it off. Just happen to have one with me. Dr. Harlow hands you a stake. I was kind of thinking we're going to have to make a stake ourselves, considering it's RuneScape and the game always wants to do those kind of things. I like how this guy is just like wobbling back and forth. Look at him wobbling. This is a much better point of view for us having a conversation with him. Right now we can actually see what's happening. So Dr. Harlow hands you a stake. You need a hammer as well to drive it in properly. Your everyday general store hammer will do. One last thing, it's wise to carry garlic with you. Vampires are somewhat weakened if they can smell garlic. Morgan always liked garlic. You should try his house. But remember, a vampire is still a dangerous foe. Thank you very much. Alright. Here we go. Bye, and have fun with your beer. The beer's actually already gone. Like, dude, this guy is an alcoholic for sure. Anyway, we'll go grab a hammer at the bank. And then from there, I'll walk back over to Morgan's house. And we'll see if he can, give us some garlic. There we go. We get the hammer. Yoo-hoo, Morgan, we are back. How are you doing with the quest? I'm still working on it. Please hurry. Every day we live in fear that we will be the vampire's next victim. Hey, I got a new message from someone. Hello. You're on the video. So, this is Tapelstreel, if I say that correctly. Tap3Lstreel. Something like that. Hello, welcome. And yes, I will respond to you as well in the message. But yes, I'm very much liking the game since I got back. And I'm very much looking forward to playing this game every single time I log into this game. It is beautiful. So thank you for reaching out. I love all your messages, guys. It's absolutely wonderful. So does he have his garlic upstairs? Is he hoarding garlic? Why is there a woman that I can attack in his room? Is this his wife? Can I kill his wife? Hold on, let me just very quickly take care of the wife. I need her out of the picture, guys. I will not tell you the reasons, but I need the wife out of the picture. She can no longer live. It is very important for my plans. And I will bury her bones in his bedroom. Because that's just the kind of person that I am. Alright, now back to the garlic quest. Is it in the chest? Is there garlic in here? Oh, let me first open them both, apparently. And then walk back to the initial one. Nothing in there. Nothing in here either. Okay, my quest will continue. Garlic. Garlic, yoo-hoo. Also, let's read the updated dialogue in the quest log. I kind of like keeping this up to date, like reading it, because I think it does add something. Like, there's some information here sometimes that you're not really getting in game. It's more cohesive, and I very much enjoy to get the full story. So I have spoken to Dr. Harlow. He seemed terribly drunk, and he kept asking me to buy him drinks. Dr. Harlow gave me a stake to finish off the vampire when I'm fighting it. I've got a hammer to drive the stake deep into the vampire's chest. Dr. Harlow said I should get some garlic to weaken the vampire. He thought I might find garlic somewhere in Morgan's house. When I'm ready, I should go to Draynor Manor, north of Draynor, to kill the vampire that's living in the basement. I love how... Wait, Mysterious Man? Is this the guy that just gives me... What did he give me? He gave me a present. What did he give me? Hold on. A kebab. Okay, thank you for the kebab, sir. I will be sure to enjoy it. But yeah, I'm loving the fact that when I first did the Ernst Chicken quest, I was thinking like, hey, are we going to be returning here? I would love to go back into the basement to do something with this coffin. And I know some of you guys will have heard me say that and be like, he's gonna come back there. He's gonna like this part. And now we're here. I'm assuming at least I'm gonna go in there because that's what the quest literally tells me to do. So I'm gonna go and find the garlic. But I just want to express that I'm really excited about this because the more quests I do, the more they're like, are intertwined. Like we have multiple quests going to Draynor Manor, or at least 2 quests right now. One is more about the house, the other one's more about the basement. We have some quests to do with with Kamdazal, with the dwarves. We know some of the dwarves. Like the world is starting to feel more connected. And I always kind of expected RuneScape from what I heard to be very much about standalone quests, but so far it feels like they're standalone quests, but they are slightly connected. Like they all take place in the same world, they all take place in the same logical existence, and they don't mess with each other, they add to each other. And I think it's very strong because you can play them standalone, but the more quests I play, the more I feel like I'm starting to understand Gielinor, the more I feel like I'm starting to understand, how this world connects, like how the different towns connect to each other, how, like, what troubles the people of each town. And to me, that just starts feeling more and more immersive the more I play. And I'm really happy that I'm sticking to free to play before moving on to the member stuff, because I'm liking the idea that I really get to enjoy all of this stuff, like really get to grip with it, really get to enjoy it. And then once I'm done with that, then we move over to member stuff. But we kind of say like, hey, okay, we've like map completed the first part of the game. So I want to ask you guys a quick question as well on that similar topic. I will probably, by the time you guys will be watching this video, I probably will have moved over to member, or I'll be very close to it. It kind of depends on how much I record in bulk in the upcoming weeks. But I want to ask you guys a question. Are there any things besides the quest that I should really check out before I move over? Like, are there any things that are really cool in this free-to-play world that I just haven't yet experienced? Obviously, I mentioned on yesterday's video, I think, or like, well, to me it was yesterday, that I want to go over to the Alkri Desert, which I kind of wanted to do today, but I really felt like doing this quest. So I will go here, I will go check this out, I will do all the quests as we've mentioned, I will do skilling. My idea is kind of also to level everything up to 20 at the very least before moving on. Now, a lot of them are already either there or very close. The fence are going to be there soon. We're going to get cooking there very easily. We're going to get wood cutting there very easily. Fishing might take a little bit more time, but it's fine as well. We'll manage that. Ranged, still, I'm kind of hoping the game at some point points me there so I can actually go do some ranged. And, like, not just because I want to go do it, but because the game wants me to go do it. But the more I'm starting to think that maybe there isn't really a quest to do with ranged, so I'll just dedicate a video, or at least like a start of the video, to ranged farming, which will also get to 20. So everything I think will go to 20. I'm not sure about Runecraft yet. Maybe I'll do that. That's the one I'm not entirely certain about. But the things I want to do myself is get everything to 20. And I want to make sure I do all the quests. So those are the things that are on my mind. I kind of would also like to return to Barbarian Village, of course, and do the Stronghold of Security, if it does feel feasible by the time I have beaten Dragon Slayer, which I reckon is probably the case. And at that point, I'm personally ready to move over to members. But if you guys have some stuff where you're like, hey, you should really go check out this thing. Like, the game doesn't really explain too much about it, but you should really go check it out. Maybe some, like, quest-like thing, but it's just not in the UI, or like some sort of system in the game that I don't know about. Anything you guys have to say that is outside of the questing and leveling system, let me know, because I'm very much interested in trying that. Anyway, that was a very long rant. I'm gonna go back into grinding right now, and it's great to see that this guy says, nice to hear, love to see your progress without knowledge of Google. Yes, I am very happy as well that I get to play this game without having the internet, because I think, I keep going on rants today, but, you guys, I think, are used to it at this point, so I think the internet is a wonderful thing, and I think the internet has done a lot of good for the world. I'll leave major topics out of it, but just for gaming specifically, the internet has done incredible things. But the internet has also taken away so many important things to me in MMO design. Like, I think the finding things out part of an MMO is as important, if not more important, than where the end game leads you. And I think because those things have all been hyper-optimized, have all been solved, everyone kind of just follows the meta builds, the route of least resistance. I think it takes away something from a lot of the older MMOs as well. So it's a topic that I think about MMO design a lot. It's kind of why I started doing this series. I really like thinking about MMO design. I like voicing my opinion about it. Like, you know, what makes MMOs good? What made them good in the past? Why don't those systems work as well anymore in modern MMOs? Why don't modern players like older MMOs? Because of those systems being less required, because of a different landscape of communication tools. And, you know, there's just a lot of stuff I want to talk about, and I don't want to, you know, spend this entire video ranting about it. But it's one of those topics that I really like exploring in these games. I really like to see what the game's trying to do, but also kind of think, well, I mean, it was a different time. You know, it was 20 years ago, roughly, when they made these systems. So what were they thinking back then? And I'll probably do some videos that just like standalone videos where I just like ramble about these topics, because I have so much to say about them that I don't want them, you know, bog down the RuneScape video with it. But it's kind of like the basis of why I even started doing this series, is just because I love talking about MMO design. And, you know, it's also fun to just be chatting into a microphone, because that's something I enjoy doing as well. So it's a great combination. Anyway, back to garlic. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. I'll see you guys when I found garlic. Oh wait, this is part of his house as well, isn't it? Is this considered to be part of his house? There's an open chest and there's some drawers. There's nothing in here. Maybe in the drawers there's some garlic. Can I search them? They're empty. Okay, so I guess it's not here either. There's logs. You know, I think he'd had it upstairs, or maybe in like a little garden place or something. There's a cupboard here. Open the cupboards. And search the cupboards. Ah, there we go. It contains garlic. You take a clove. There we go. We have what we need. Also, I only just now realized that his name actually is the Dutch word for tepelstrail, which is not something that I should really discuss on this video, I think. But I just realized what his name was. For some reason, my mind does this thing where if I see anything in a game, I immediately assume it is an English word. I've even had things recently. I was watching I was like scrolling through Netflix, and there was this trailer that was in Dutch, which is my native language, and it took me like 10 seconds to actually register that it was Dutch. Like, I was thinking, okay, what are they saying? That's not English. So I was like, well, you know, maybe it's like Swedish or something, like some other language, because I'm not used to Dutch being like one of the things I see on there. And then like 10 seconds later, I'm like, dude, that's my own language. Like, like my brain just tries to like turn everything into English, because it's just the thing. Like, whenever it's something online, whether it's something, you know, a game, a movie, a show, a book, anything, like it's trying to like form English words out of whatever it sees, even if it's Dutch, which is weird, because I obviously work in a Dutch environment and I talk to Dutch clients all day. But it's weird, because when I see text outside of work, it immediately just goes to English, which is really odd. Anyway, how are you doing with the quest? I'm still working on it. Okay, so the same stuff here. But we have the garlic, and when I'm ready, I should go to Draynor Manor, north of Draynor, to kill the vampire that's living in the basement. So I really wonder, because the quest is very short, so I wouldn't be surprised if this is already it. This is going to be a slightly shorter video, most likely. But that is fine, because they don't all have to be an hour long. So I'm going to head up north, over back into Draynor Manor. I'm excited to go back in there. Wait, Arceus, Draynor Manor, level 17. What is that? Alright, I guess we have multiple things to check out. Maybe it won't be a short video after all. Hope Veronica's doing well. She's still out here. Don't know why. Her husband was saved, but sure, whatever. Hey, leave me alone, tree. I am much stronger now. Alright, open the large door. Ah, it feels almost odd to be back in here. Here we go. So it was around, and it was into... Wait, can we take out the skeleton now? Hold on. Hold on, the skeleton was right here, wasn't he? Kind of wanna... Oh, we don't have the key on us. Okay, never mind. I wanted to, you know, take the skeleton out because I can. My chair buddy is back! Oh, what was his name? Oh, I forgot the name for my chair buddy. I'm sorry. I think it was something like very... was it like George? George the chair? Oh, there's multiple chairs now. I have more friends. Guys, I finally have friends. It feels so good. But anyway, we are back over here at the coffin, and now we can open it. Oh, look at this. Look at it. It's opening. It's opening. It's opening. There we go. Oh, he's rising. Attack. Count. Draynor. Oh, he's actually rather weak. I think. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Beautiful. We smash him. The battle is fierce. But we do not give up. Actually, our mithril sword is hitting like a beast. And we're leveling some defense as we go, which is beautiful. Bam, there we go. So do I need to use a stake at some point during the battle? Or just to be sure? Nothing interesting happens. Okay, we'll just keep on fighting. I guess maybe I'll have to use it when he's like on the floor, like once I've beaten him, like it's gonna go into like a down state kind of thing, and I need to take him out then. Maybe. Guess we'll see. We're about to take him out. Here we go. Finishing move. Let's well, I was gonna say let's blow him, but I want to say blow him up, but now I said blow him anyway. So let's blow him, guys. Oh! You've completed Vampire Slayer. You're awarded 3 quest points and 4.8k attack experience. Oh, well, I was just leveling attack, so I guess I didn't even have to do that. But, you know, it's a nice boost anyway, so that's really nice. 26? You just advanced 2 combat levels, 25. Okay, guys, so we just went from 20 to 26? What? So at what point would we be able to wear adamant? It's 30. Now, I can't... See, this is the annoying thing, right? I want to smith my own gear, but I'm running mithril right now. And in order to craft the next tier, which will be adamant, so let's take the adamant longsword as an example, which is what I'm wearing right now. We would need to be like level 76. Like, what? That's insane. But guys, these quests, especially when you don't know what you're going to be getting, it's really fun. It's really fun to just finish a quest and you're like, oh my god, I got like a nice chunk of experience. Which makes me look forward to the other ones as well, because obviously we are kind of closing in on the end. We have only 6 quests left, and I'm happy I'm getting experience into attack, by the way, because we need to get some combat levels up, because we're going to need to fight... What is this ouch thing, by the way? What are we getting hit by? Are we standing in the fire? Am I standing... Oh, the candles burn your feet. Oh, I'm losing HP. Oh, that's cool. Examine candles. Little candles flickering. There we go. That was beautiful, guys, and like I said, you know, I like the idea that we're getting combat experience and stuff, because we need it for Dragon Slayer. So there's a couple quests coming up, and I guess I'll just keep on going with another quest right away, because you know, I'm still quite a high energy. It was a fairly short quest. So thank you so much for joining this, what will most likely be a bit of a shorter video, and I will see you again next time. Bye-bye!